A trip to Singapore. This was pretty much the last picture I clicked. Now, as part of my career, I also was a photographer for a good 5 to 6 years. Commercial photography, products, etc. And beyond a point, when I was traveling, photography I did not want to see the face of that digital SLR camera. I said, that. So when smartphones arrived, Samsung, I'm not a Mac person, but when Samsung started making these really nice phones, I said, okay, now I'll get back. I kind of almost had a photographer's block because I just couldn't, I'm not as technical as these gentlemen here and another one uncle here. I am more creative, instinctive. So अगर मेरे को मन किया तो मैंने click कर दिया. मेरे को focus, shutter speed, exposure. I know all that because I've been a photographer, but I don't want to, I don't want to waste time on that. Okay, so this coming back to this story. This was the last picture I clicked in Singapore, and now the thing is, we run from home to office, office to movie to pub, and then we come back home. We really don't look and do anything about the things that are happening around us, and then suddenly we realize, 1 second, that really beautiful little temple was here. What happened to it? Oh, so sorry, construction. Oh, urbanization is gone. That should not happen. We can also be this considerate. That's all. That is my takeaway from my travels. Please. Okay. Coming to the whole theme that we have for today, which is blogging and how can you take your blogging journey places. Like Malini mentioned to you guys, I started with my travel blog, which is Travel Journal, and that was essentially every time I traveled to a new place or I was fascinated by a new place, I wrote. Then, exactly like how Kaushal said, I finally figured that the outdoors is something that defines me. So all the kind of content that I want to write related or showcase related to the outdoors, I want to put that out, and that's how Let's Be Outdoorsy was that we do, and I showcase all of them. Now, the whole idea of blogging is not just to write. It's about content creation. Kaushal perfectly showcased to you the technicalities of it. I, on the other hand, can tell you about the content aspect of blogging. When you are creating a platform like a blog for yourself, it's important to identify what is your strength. I identified my strength is outdoors, and I identified my strength is content. But content is not limited only to writing or photography. Content extends to podcasts, videos, events, interviews, the works. These are things that I can think of right now. So I said, why should I stick only to writing? Last year, when I launched LBO, my thought was to go across India and showcase all the different outdoor sports that exist in this country. How many of you are interested in outdoor sports? Rafting, surfing, kayaking? Okay, how many of you know that there are 2 surf festivals in India? So there are 2-3, right? Okay, but percentage is really low. How many of you know there was a rock climbing World Cup that happened? Very few. How many of you know there was a kayak festival that recently, last week, happened, and we had Olympic level athletes come down here? Nobody knows, right? So that's the thing. So that's what I did last year, where I traveled across India, Orissa, Kozhikode, Coorg, etc. All of these places, Rishikesh, where you have a lot of these outdoor sports taking place, and you have everybody from a beginner right up to a pro athlete. And these sports are not pursued only on a recreational level, like you just do a half an hour, rafting thing or a kayaking thing and you leave. No, these guys are athletes, right? They compete. So if any of you guys are interested in taking it further, you think, you have it in you, we have all that available here in India for you to learn, which is extremely insane. So my point of showing you this is, so podcast is one thing, video vlogging is already awesome. And events, if you're good at logistics, please just organize these kind of events and get people together. Malini is big on communities, so start things like that. Yeah, that pretty much sums up this one. Travel, a lot of time we just park our asses in the car and we sightsee. Oh, that's a really nice side there. Oh, that's a really lovely whatever there. Get your ass out of that car, get on this lane and explore. It's as simple as that, and it's not so complicated, it's not so tough. Yes, in India roads are pathetic, I agree, but the moment you travel beyond our borders, roads are magic to ride on. Priyanka writing, another wonderful blogger friend of ours, she's just left for Australia, and she's yes. Oh, absolutely. See, there you go. I think she was one of the speakers also, right? Yeah, so she's just left for Melbourne and she's out for... She said, I don't know when I'm coming back. And she did a trip, I think last year she did a trip, again cycling. So she packed her cycle and then she cycled from... Berlin. Europe. Yeah, so bottom line, please just get your ass out of the car. Explore beyond your textbook. So if the textbook says just go to, which are the most popular places in Goa?
Baga Beach, Korangur.
Everybody knows. What were the unpopular places? Names?
Aldona, Vara.
Anybody's heard of Aldona?
Agonda.
Anybody's heard? Anybody heard of Ashram? Okay, so Ashram is where I ate this. Okay, this is yum organic food at a place called Vayu, which is in like a surf headquarters of Goa. Vayu is a place, is like a home, not a homestay, is like a proper hotel, not a proper hotel, like a lovely outdoorsy kind of place, yeah, where you stay. And Rahul, right, founder. Yeah, so they're doing a brilliant job promoting this whole artsy and surf, beginner surf school, and like they have a gallery, they have a yoga zone on the second level, and the buildings are made of. He gave my sister, she's crazy about interiors and architecture, so he gave Yukti like this whole lowdown on how this ceiling is made from traditional Kerala hand weaving. They got somebody over down here. So now my point is, at a place like this, not only do you experience that place differently, but you also learn so much more. I am a geek. I need to learn. Anytime I'm going anywhere, I will always... इससे मेरे को मतलब मेरा फ़ायदा कुछ सीखने से होता है हमेशा. So my learning over here was multifold, if such a word exists. And also I got to eat yum food. In ashram, which has been taken over by nature. See, earlier, if maybe 3-4 years ago I had made this presentation, I would not have had so much of greens and so much of trees in my presentation. It would have been more about just go out. But thanks to people like Anshu, she's doing some brilliant work with workshops for just getting people to go out. So that job is kind of achieved. So my mission now is to get people to remember that, boss, we are nothing without our trees. We can't breathe without our trees. It's the trees that process our food, and even if you're a non-vegetarian, trees are important. Alright, because trees, those animals eat I'm both. I like non-veg also, but whatever. Point is that trees are really important, yeah, because you can't breathe without the trees, you can't eat without the trees, you can't do anything damage without the trees, so please take care of the trees. And here nature is taking over a fort that has been left over. So nature is very resilient, yeah. I recently shared some images on Facebook where there was a tree popping out of a plant popping out of a tala, like an old lock, and out of a joint in a old table. So nature is very resilient, but we can't keep dumping it down with all our concrete and 100 other things that with us just simply not.